Hey, what's up you guys, it's the Curious Owl here, and I am so sorry that this video has not come out earlier, but this is my April favorites video, and I'm sorry again for it not being out sooner, but the thing was as you guys know, I was on my trip to Mackinac. I had finals at the very beginning of May, and so it was really hard for me to be able to sit down and record this video at any time, and because I've been mass recording a bunch of other videos as of now to try to catch up with all the videos I missed over the last couple of weeks with my break that I took and everything. It's just been super hard to try to get to it, but here it is now, and here are my April 2017 favorites. So for books this month, I only read, unfortunately, 2 books over the course of April. They were fairly longer books though, so I felt pretty justified in the fact that I was able to get through them, and they were Night Film by Marisha Pessl and Ruby by Cynthia Bond. Now, both of the books were actually pretty decent in their own ways, but I really preferred Night Film over Ruby because Night Film had so much more to it. There was actually in the book, which I explained in my book review, there were actually inserts in the novel of different things that would have been a part of a case file. So there were pieces of information about the characters, especially the Ashley Cordova, who was the murder victim in the story. There's all kinds of documents that are laid out throughout the novel that help to tell the story along with the actual story itself, which I thought was absolutely genius. For music this month, the biggest artist that I've really listened to she's not giant, she's actually a YouTuber that I found a couple of years ago, and her name is Emma Blackery. Her music is very much along the pop lines, but it's very pop punky. A lot of people will compare her to bands like Paramore, which I can somewhat agree with, except I feel that Emma doesn't write for a specific audience. She literally writes from her own heart. All of her music is from her own heart and of things she experienced. Paramore, I feel like after they've gone through so many things over the last 10 years, they are more or less trying to adapt to the kind of audience that they have as of now after 10 years of being a band. Emma doesn't really seem to be doing that at this point, but she's really been a musician her entire life, and she's always written her music from her heart. In April, her first song from her newest EP called Nothing Without You came out. Their music video came out for it as well, and I fell right in love with this song because it's about basically giving credit to somebody for changing you for the better and basically sticking with you no matter what. And it was just a song that warmed my heart so much because it honestly made me think of a lot of people in my life that have changed me for the better and have made me kind of into who I am today, and I really would be nothing without them. People like my parents, my boyfriend, my younger sister, some of my best friends. Just, it reminded me of all the people in my life that have gotten me to where I am today, and it just made me feel so much happier for the fact that they are in my life still to this day. But if you get a chance, please listen to her music. Any of her old music will do the same for you as any of her new music right now. She's a fantastic artist, and I really think that she is a very inspiring person, not just as a musician but as a YouTuber. She is one of my biggest inspirations for YouTube, so please check her out if you can. TV shows in April, I watched a lot of a series on Netflix that my parents started watching, and it's called Marvel's Legends of Tomorrow. If you're familiar with the Marvel franchise, it's a Netflix TV show, and basically it follows a lot of kind of very minuscule characters in the Marvel universe, characters that are not really portrayed as often as some of the bigger ones like Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow. All of those main Marvel characters, they're not involved in this. This is a story about all of these minor people involved in the Marvel universe, and they basically band together to try to save, a timeline that keeps being bombarded. It's very different, I feel like, than a lot of superhero shows because this is essentially a band of misfits that are all thrown together in order to do something for good, and they're kind of just left to their own devices a lot of the times, and it's really interesting to see some of the antics that play in, a lot of the relationships that are built in the series, and a lot of character development. I feel like a lot of the characters are really well developed even within the first season, and it just makes it so much more interesting. So if you're interested in learning about some maybe very minor characters that almost have no significance, then definitely check out Legends of Tomorrow because it is one of my favorites so far. So that's all the favorites that I have for April. I know it wasn't really too much, but like I said, it's been really crazy recently, and it's just been, April was not a good month for me. I'll just say it was a pretty rough month, especially towards about the second half of it, because there was a lot of things that were piling on top of me, a lot of projects that were due at the same time, my dog passing away, preparing for finals, all of these weird, crazy things that normally don't affect me that much, that affected me so badly that I had to step away from my channel for a couple of weeks. But I am glad to be back. I am glad to be making videos again because this is something I really like to do in order to kind of make myself happy, kind of relax, and just kind of be myself. Let me know what awesome things that you guys did in April, whether it was you watched a new movie, you read a new book, anything at all, whatever happened in April that you want to share, please leave in the comments below because I would love to see what you guys did in the month of April. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me in this this video of my April 2017 favorites. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. I'm so weird, I'm sorry, but I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!